All right, welcome back and welcome to week 3. You're making it, you're doing it, and you're doing a fine job. Remember that this 6 weeks is all about creating a duplicatable system. Simple, step by step, each week having one major thing to focus on. Now, at this point, you've created your list, you've sent your invitations out, so guess what? It's time to do a little role playing, and we're going to talk about how it is that we do this phone call to make a really connective, warm invitation, invite people to come be a part of something big that you're doing. You're starting a business, and that's something worth celebrating. Now, we're going to cover specifically discovering your Strongbrook why. Why are you here at Strongbrook? And learning effectively how to communicate that. Number 2, we're going to talk about how you make your grand opening phone calls, because it's time to jump on those. And the last and third final thing we're going to cover this week is just getting you more familiar with Strongbrook's products, how they work, some basic things on commissions, what they do for people. And with that, let's just jump into the why. Why are you here? Like, no, for real, why are you here? What is the reason? What is the drive? I don't want the superficial, oh, I want a nicer house or car, I want to travel, I want to work for myself. I'm talking about what makes this opportunity real for you. There's a reason why that is, because if you know what really motivates you, then you can give people a real reason to connect with you. This is a people business, and it's with your whys. And when you're on stage or off stage, and these people, whether it's in a phone conversation or in person, get to feel why you're really doing this, people want to hang around you. People want to be inspired by people that have a bigger purpose in life. So what I want to do here is take the Strongbrook stage, which is all about wealth improvement and financial empowerment, and put you on top of it to give it a brand, give it something special. You're the special part of our company, and you've got to know what your why is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to put these questions up on the screen and pull out a scratch paper and even pause if you have to, and do this work with me right now. We're going to find out your why. What activities come natural to you? What do you enjoy doing? What activities feed your energy and make you feel like you could do them all day long? What activities make you feel like you're making a profound difference in the world? What thoughts, feelings, and activities bring you the most inner peace? Who are the types of people that you love to serve, and why? How do you express your passion, your gifts, and your purpose? Examples could include public speaking, writing, painting, dancing, music, coaching. What would you spend your time doing on a daily basis if money were of no concern? I'll tell you what I'd be doing. Money's no concern. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm training you, because together we're creating some really, really powerful change in this world. If you were guaranteed to succeed, what's the number one thing you would do with your life? And finally, what is it that you and only you can do for the world? Good questions, right? Well, what I want you to do is take a pause, and I want you to write some of these ideas down, and I want you to be able to articulate them. Because the reason is that if you can be vulnerable with people, a little emotional, and let people know why you're starting your business, they're going to ask what you're doing, and you're going to say, Strongbrook Real Estate. No, the answer is about you. The answer is about you wanting to take your life to the next level. We're just a vehicle, and you're the driver. So you're the more important part of this. People do want to be a part of something bigger. If they can feel your why, then it gives them the motivation to want to engage. So with that being said, now that you've got your why behind you, now we got to look at the second part of this training of the 3 parts for week 3, which is doing your grand opening phone calls. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some role playing with you. This script comes right out of this manual that you have, new IBD grand opening, all the scripts, resources, training. You got this in the mail. It's part of your IBD kit. But what I'm going to do, you also have it on the training resource page. I want to take that script though, and I just want to do a little role play with you so you get a feel for what this conversation sounds like. And I'm just going to role play with Stephen. You'll probably hear him faintly in the background. Stephen, how you doing?
Great.
Do you have a quick minute?
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Listen, I want to invite you to the grand opening of my new business. I've been searching for a long time over the years for finding a way to get my real retirement set up while creating value for other people, and now I'm actually doing it. It would mean the world to me if you and Ann would come to my grand opening. It's going to be on the 17th of next month at 6:30 p.m. And I'll tell you, Stephen, I've never done anything like this before. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I have to tell you, I'm really excited about it. And I could pause right there in the script and I could actually insert my why. I'm having a grand opening at such and such address. It's got limiting seating, and it would be really awesome to have you and Ann there. Can you both come?
Yeah, we'll make it.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen. That means a lot to me. I appreciate the moral support. What I'm going to do is I've actually secured a gift that I'm going to go ahead and get for you and Ann for coming to that event. I look forward to giving it to you, and I appreciate you choosing to share that part of your evening with me.
Thanks for the invite.
All right. Does that kind of make sense how that works? You may want to actually take this script, take your spouse, friend, partner, and just role play it 10 times so that it feels natural. Some of the things when you do this that are going to come up is people are going to want to know, and they may even ask, why are you doing this or what's this about? And there's this further script that says, well, I've recently aligned myself with a client-based real estate investment firm. And one of the purposes of my grand opening is to share with you what I'm going to be doing. Because most of my new business comes from referrals, I want you to understand that what I'm up to, so that if you meet someone that's interested in real estate investing, you can send them my way, and I'd really appreciate that. Friends, we're being transparent, no bait and switch here. We're telling them really what the intention of this is. Now, I want you to practice this, and I'm going to go through some do's on the screen right now and some don'ts. Here are the do's for making your phone calls. Number 1, set 10 to 20 hours aside and make sure that 3 weeks prior to your grand opening, you've completed all these calls. You may want to even consider scheduling a day or 2 off work, taking a sick day, or doing something to make sure that you get them all done. I cannot stress enough. These phone calls are more important than the invitations. No email, no evite, no physical invitation can replace what this phone call will do. Number 2, lean on these relationships. Cash in on some relationship equity. Number 3, make your invitations with intensity and excitement for your future. Make them genuine, make them real. If they ask, why are you doing this? And even if they don't, if you feel prompted, share it. Share what is driving you and why you want to succeed with this. Be genuine, be confident, and then define a completed call as when you actually reach the person or left your 3rd voicemail. Plan on calling through your list several times until you've reached all your invitees or you've left your 3rd voicemail. Here are some of the things not to do. Do not be shy or apologetic on the phone. Do not be embarrassed to ask for their support. Do not make phone calls late, meaning a week before the event. Some people do that. They procrastinate. And I'm just telling you right now, you don't want to do that. Now, when you start getting the calls, I want you to keep track of your RSVPs. Here in the toolbox or on your website under the library section, you're going to find we have something called an RSVP tracking sheet. You're also going to find it here in your new IBD grand opening business right at the end of this. And what that is for is to see if you're on track with your RSVPs. Generally, I target getting 1/3 of the people I call to actually commit to come. Some will be busy, some won't be able to come, but that's one of the best ways. Make a goal to at least get 1/3 of the people. So if you're calling 300 people, then the goal would be to get 100 RSVPs. If you're calling 100 people, then the goal would be to get at least 35 RSVPs. What do you do if you get stuck? Like, I keep putting off making my phone calls. Some people do this. I want you to call your leader and tell them, I'm stuck. I'm struggling with making my phone calls. Maybe they'll suggest you put together a calling party. Some of the other people, or get together with you and say, let's make those phone calls together. They can't make them for you, but maybe you can sit down with other people that are planning their grand opening and make your phone calls in the same area, feed off of that synergy. If you know that you're the type of person to put this off a little bit, I want you to pause and do something about it. Now, let's go ahead and just pause and hear what some of the other IBDs, your peers, are saying about the phone calls and whether or not they think they're important.
I had a lot better success when I used my own words instead of reading directly from the script. I was afraid that I would be way out of my comfort zone, but I found that people were very warm, they were very responsive, they were curious about what it was I was doing. And during my grand opening, I made, so far, $6,000. There's more still to come. And a lot of that came from people that I didn't think would be interested. So I'm really glad that I didn't leave anybody off the list.
You've got to make your phone calls. I sent out about 200 invitations. I had 100 RSVPs and over 50 people came to my grand opening. I can't emphasize enough the importance of make your phone calls, do it exactly the way they tell you to do it in the instructions, and everything will work out great.
The last thing that I want to cover with you this week in this brief training is I want to talk more about our products. I want you to understand the product lineup, what they do, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to move on up. We all know that people join as an independent business developer normally on the MAP PSA, meaning the monthly access pass. They pay $499.99 a month. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the very bottom. The first option someone has is to simply join by paying for the IBD required starter kit. It's $99, comes with basic tools, and then they're going to pay $19.95 a month for their websites, for their back office hosting of their tools and tracking systems. So, all right. More popular than that, home study kits. They're $499. There's two options. There's a real estate home study kit and the Conscious Creator. One is Mindset, Strongbrook Mindset on Achieving Financial Wealth, and another one is the core, this is how you technically do real estate. The home study kits are powerful education. They're $499. And when someone buys one of those and joins as an IBD, they would then pay $499 and they would get their $99 starter kit for free. So that's kind of a nice thing for them. So they pay $499 and now they're paying $19.95 a month, and that does produce a $250 commission when they sign up that way. More popular than that is talking about the monthly access pass, the MAP PSA. Now, if someone did not want to be an IBD but just wanted the monthly access pass, they could pay a $299 activation fee and $99 a month and start working with the team. And I'm pointing this way because they're over there. The coaches, they can help them start working towards buying real estate, training them, credit repair, all the things that they need. Here's the most powerful combination that most IBDs do. They will become a MAP PSA owner, and what they'll do is if they buy the home study kit for $499, we will waive the $299 activation fee. We will waive the $99 IBD starter kit, and we are going to waive the $19.95 a month fee, which means they're now paying $499 and $99 a month, and every dollar of that goes towards loyalty points, points that can be converted to a PSA when they go to buy one. Every dollar's worth a point, and every point becomes worth $1. So if I'm on that program for a year and my coach says it's time to actually buy a home, I can apply all of those dollars spent, my $499 entry fee, and I can pay my $99 a month and have all of that apply towards my transactional PSA. So that's what most people end up doing. Let's just talk though, let's get some feedback from what other IBDs are saying about that program.
Hi, this is Gary and Carolyn Norris. You know, the Strongbrook MAP PSA, for us, it helped us so much. We, unfortunately, thanks to me, we came from a background where we lost everything. And if it wasn't for what we could do with the MAP PSA to help get us on the feet, the education that it gave us, it was able to put us in a position where we can get ready to do real estate again. We finally do have a home of our own. We're partnering on another home, and we can't say enough good about the MAP PSA.
Yes, this we would never have been able to do any of this without the education of Strongbrook.
Okay, lastly, let's talk about the transactional PSAs. We have non-transactional and we have transactional PSAs. So we know that we have the $15,999 Elite PSA, unlimited, gets you as many homes as possible. We've got the 4-home PSA for $7,999, $8,000. And then we have the entry-level 1-home PSA, and that's $5,499. These programs change people's lives. Let's just hear what a few of our clients have had to say about that.
Hi, we're glad that we're a member of Strongbrook. Strongbrook has enabled us to buy 3 homes, and we're in the process of buying 3 more. And to make it even better, today is my first day of retirement. I'm retiring today. So it's all made possible through Strongbrook.
You're retiring a year and a half early.
Yes. So anyway, we're grateful for Strongbrook. We're excited about it. We're excited about being members of the company, and we expect to continue to be successful.
We are Lee and Susie Sim. We've been clients of Strongbrook Realty for about 4 years. I remember when I first came to Strongbrook, we'd seen a seminar, and I had been really interested in the process or the possibility of investing in real estate, but never thought that I could do it on my own. We came to them, we sat down and talked with them, felt really good about the way that they explained how they would help us do real estate. We took a leap of faith to buy a professional services agreement, actually the Elite agreement, and that was a bit of a stretch for us, but as I look back on it, that has been some of the best money I've ever spent in a financial investment in my life, actually. I've been able to buy 10 homes. I could have never done that on my own with the money and credit that I had, but using the strategies that Strongbrook taught us, I was able to leverage the money that we had and the credit we had to actually buy 10 houses and to involve some other people and help other people to also get some financial benefit from our involvement in Strongbrook. I can't say enough about the team that Strongbrook has put together to help. The education they've given us, the confidence that they've given us to move ahead, the integrity that they've worked with. That's the thing I think that has given me the most confidence in their program, is the integrity of the people that we've worked with, and the simplicity of the program, how they make it simple and easy to do. Strongbrook has changed our life. It has given us hope in a retirement, a future, more than just getting by. We're really looking forward to a bright future and intend to be involved with Strongbrook really for the rest of our lives.
Real estate is a powerful vehicle for financial growth. And I have to tell you that what we do here is really fulfilling. When you help someone get their retirement in order and you give them hope and they have faith in their future again, and you give them something that's working, there's no really way to measure that. A commission can't measure it. A referral fee can't measure it, because you're passing on a lasting impact. It goes on year after year, and it can be passed on legacy onto children. What you're doing is really important. I want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to own a PSA right now. If you haven't requested your game plan and have a transactional PSA, then at least, in the least, have a MAP PSA, the monthly access pass. Every dollar applies through those loyalty points to your future PSA. And that way you can start working with the team and developing that confidence in the system. Next week we are on to the week 4 training. I'm excited about it. Right now what I need you to do is I need you to hop on your calls. If your invitations are in the mail, call them up. Let them know something's coming. Get them excited about it. Get them committed. Start filling out that RSVP sheet. And if you get stuck, you know that you can contact customer support. You can email us. Do those things. And let us know how we can be helpful for you. Thank you.